Hey y'all, it's Ms.Chelle Latrice. And so I'm trying to get this, I don't know. Let's just work with this angle. How y'all doing? So listen, have a little something on my mind. And so let's talk about it. So first of all, y'all see my lovely little Florida Gator jogging shirt on or sweatshirt on. You can tell when you're getting old. Jogging shirt. Anyway, the Gators lost terribly. Just had to get that off my chest. I'm grieving. All right, let's talk about something. So, sis, when do you know that you've lost yourself or you've given too much of yourself? So y'all already know I do talk about relationships a lot, but it's because, the world is made up of relationships. And so just strictly speaking from a female perspective, I feel like women tend to totally just give too much of themselves way early on in a relationship because we're so in a hurry to get to what we believe is the meat of the relationship. Everybody wants to be wanted. For the most part, the majority of women love relationships, whether it is a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, you're married, long-term, whatever you want it, you want it. Most women want to be in that relationship. I don't see too many women around here with a squad. It happens. I mean, women will have a squad and ain't worried about just having one relationship. But for the most part, that is pretty common that women want to be in a relationship. But what I find is that when we actually get into a relationship, you begin to morph into whatever it is that your partner wants you to be. If you're outgoing, if you're extrovert, I mean, you get along with everybody, you talk to everybody. If your partner is an introvert, well, lo and behold, you start acting like you're a homebody, right? I know I'm talking right. So I know I'm talking right because I have seen you guys out here. Or just it's kind of like you're giving little bits and pieces of yourself away, your personality away, in order to fit the mold of whatever it is that this partner that you have or this man that you have wants. You know what I mean? I talked about it, I think, on one of my other videos, how good and well you don't like camping, and you're like, oh yes, let's go, cool, I really love the outdoors. Knowing good and well you hate going outdoors, you hate camping, you want to do stuff that's like, but you totally will revamp everything about yourself in order to fulfill whatever the man has going on. How do you know when you have given too much away? The key question. I'm going to tell you. When you no longer recognize yourself, when you're in a relationship but you're still by yourself, you're with somebody but you're still alone, you literally don't have any peace in the relationship. Okay, because it cannot be that peaceful, my love, if you don't recognize you anymore. How can that relationship be your relationship? Okay. And you know what? The sad part about it is you may not figure that out to 10 years down the line. You may not figure it out for 20 years or 20 years down the line. That's why we have people getting divorced after they've been together 20 and 30 years. Let me tell you something, my sweet peas. Okay. That's why you cannot look at relationships and wish and him and her and make googly eyes about people relationship. Oh, I wish it was like that. You have no idea what is going on in that relationship, because just look around, take a look. People been married 20, 30, 10, 15 years are getting divorced. Okay? And it's because inside that relationship, somebody got lost. Who it was, how it was, whatever it was, somebody got lost. And 9 times out of ten, they didn't feel like a complete person inside of that relationship. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. Like you have no freaking idea who you are in that relationship. So, you say, how do I know I've given too much? You do. And here's the crazy part, because you hear people on TV talk about all the time about intuition. You listen to yourself. I promise you, like you do not need your best friend Mary Jane to tell you, girl, this is not good for you. And I would say to that best friend, please just, be a good friend and everything, because people do not leave relationships until they're ready to leave relationships. They're not, you can tell people that something's not good until the cows come home, and they will still stay in that relationship just as lost and you almost just a thin little wafer of the person that you used to be. Okay? So in a relationship, I'm not saying not to compromise, but to turn over everything that you are in order to be with somebody. How can that really be the relationship that God wants you wants to have? Now, if you turning out for the better, if you're doing things to better yourself, i.e. stop doing drugs and carrying on, you know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. I mean, just be real, and stuff like that. Okay, we get it. But I'm saying, when you just lose your whole personality, when you just lose everything you are, your entire identity, and all you are now is somebody's girlfriend or somebody's wife. You're no longer Betty. You're no longer Sue. You're no longer Ms.Chelle. Like you're no longer, like you are not who you recognize anymore. So I mean, come on, sis. Come on. Stop giving too much. And as women, like that's a natural thing for us to be nurturers and for us to give. But let me explain something to you. You can give, and you're going to be empty. You're going to be running on fumes. You understand? And then you're in crisis mode. You're in breakdown mode. Okay? Because you're empty. You don't know who you are. And then you're dependent on the other person to fill you back up. Won't work. Won't work. Sorry. Won't work. So be careful, sis. Be careful. Be careful. Don't give too much. Get out of these relationships where you don't know who the freak you are. You don't recognize yourself. Stop. Take a moment. Listen. Step back. Machete, some of these relationships need to be machete. They need to be cut off, because it's not worth you dying. And y'all ain't talking about a physical death. Come on. Stay with me. I'm talking about spiritually. You're dying, like you're no longer you. Huh? Come on. Man, please. You better crawl up with a book somewhere. It ain't worth it, sis. It ain't worth it. Take yourself on a solo vacation, huh? Come on, y'all, like, subscribe, and comment. And y'all don't forget to like. See ya.